Oh, I need my music back on too. I need my no copyright streamer music on. It's what everyone tunes into the stream for. Okay, so when we left off last time, we're currently sitting in 4th, which is astonishing. And we were hoping to be 7th or above, and we are definitely above that, and we're doing really good. We've won a race this year. We have a couple podiums. We have a couple fastest laps. Our cars, we have new chassis ready. Let's go. Front wing, good. Rear wing, good. Side pods, good. Ooh, and a new suspension. We got 2 new car upgrades for this one. Dang. We about to be zooming. Current projects. So we have one more design project of a new underfloor, which will be done soon. And then we have a couple research projects going. Okay, that's good. That is very, very good. Our drivers, we can give Jack Duhan another upgrade. Our staff, we're good on the staff. And yeah, we're sitting in a good spot. That's what happens when you try and just constantly play against grandmasters and national masters. So odds are a couple of them are going to deny you. That's why I've never played against a grandmaster or a international master or whatever. If I was going to play someone in chess that's like really, really good, it would be Andrea Botes. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves here. Like, who else do I want to play in chess? You know? It's not really anyone. Think I'm going to sit across the table from Magnus? No. I'm going to sit across the table from Andrea Botes. You can guarantee that. Okay. Car parts. I think our car parts are probably going to be good till the end of the season. We just bought new engines and everything, but I'd rather still sporadically have them out for the rest of the year, you know? Oh, not car setup, car parts. I am Magnus. I'd believe if you were Magnus if you were like, you know, like a 1300 rated. Got to wake up pretty early in the morning to fool me, I'll tell you that much right now. I'm as sharp as a tack. This brain is constantly moving because of all the concussions that I've had. Crazy, right? Okay. We're good here. Simulate. We're back to simulating our practices. Just kind of enjoying our time, you know? 9th and 11th, that's not terrible. We could do better, though. I feel like we should be doing better. Our traction is bad. Okay, let's fix that. Looks good to me. 70% is pretty good, actually. Except for the braking stability is bad. So let's just do like that or something. I don't really know. Practice number 2. F1 is just such a relaxing game. We're just gonna sit here. We get to listen to our lo-fi music. we get to watch Cargo Vroom. Nice little cozy, comfy stream, you know? Then again, I think every stream I have is a cozy, comfy stream. Start qualifying. Simulate to the race. I'm excited for my trip to Colorado, though. One, I get to go see my team in person in the NBA Finals, which is something that I've never been able to say before. Two, I get to go see my family and my dog and stuff, you know. So that's always a bonus. And then three, I get to see some old friends, you know. And we're going to be filming some content out there. We'll be doing a new Opinions the Game show while I'm out there. I'll be vlogging at the Nuggets game too. I'd say very chaotic. Yeah, this is a very chaotic stream, I guess. All right, let's find a good strategy here. Albon's actually our best driver, so. Let's give Albon that strategy. Probably not going to be able to push them too hard here, I would imagine. No, on the mediums, they'll be able to push a good amount, so. Let's race. The only thing chaotic about my streams is the fact that I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time. So it usually just leads to me freaking out about, am I doing something right? Like 90% of the time, I don't even know if I have my game on screen. And I have it on my second monitor, just straight up looking at it. And I just get so paranoid that I'm like, not streaming properly. That's all I do. I'm just paranoid out of my mind. All right, pretty standard race so far. He's got 7 laps till he can pit, so we're going to put him on attack. Albon, we could probably push with like 4 laps till the pit window. I think that's a good strategy. See, I don't even remember where I left off playing this game, honestly. And so, like, I'm looking at it as anything that's not first place is a disappointment. Yeah, go eat, SF. I'll see you later. I might play a little bit of chess later. You never know. Okay, we've entered the pit window. He's down to 37% on his tire, so we should probably lay him back a little bit. We have a bush right outside of my window, and I keep seeing it like stir back and forth. Okay, Albon's entered the pit window. We could probably leave him on aggressive. Yeah, but I keep seeing this plant like shaking right outside my window, and I keep thinking it's a person. Yes, I was about to pit you. Okay, you go to medium. You're already on there. The tires are worn out. That's about it, though. Albon's probably good. Not exactly. I should probably be more careful about their tires because I'm starting to push them a little bit too far. But it's time for Albon to pit. He's going to hard. He's on medium for not a lot of laps. We'll probably push him. Joe, we could probably push with, I don't know, 5 laps. I think I pushed him too early last time. Maybe not even 5. Maybe probably 4. I'll push him with 4 laps left. Albon's on hard for a while, but his aren't going to be like super long lasting. So maybe 4 or 5 as well for him. This is how I monitor all of my stuff. Okay, Joe is getting pushed. We'll see how this goes for him. We've entered his pit window. I'll do it right before he's about to pit. I'll slow him back down. Actually, I should probably watch it. Nope, I'm starting back on standard right away. His tires depreciated very quickly. Open pit options. Okay. Joe is going to the hard. His tires we won't be able to push really until maybe the very end. Maybe. Albon, I think we still need to wait. Oh no, Joe locked up. That's disappointing. That's going to drop him back. Let's push Albon a little bit here. We'll keep an eye out on his tires. Oh, and then he just spun. What are my drivers doing, dude? I'm setting them up in good positions, but they're not getting the job done. Oh, and then Joe ran wide. Jesus, everyone is terrible today. My drivers are not on top of their game, to say the least. Okay, we're in the pit window. We need to go to standard so the tires hold out. We'll see where Albon comes out. Joe, I think, will probably finish 10th, hopefully. Oh, pit time. Albon, we may be able to push him a good amount. Kind of just depends on where he comes out of the pit. Oh, 11th. I didn't think he dropped that much. Interesting. Well, here we are. We're down the final stretch. We got our two guys sitting in 9th and, well, now it's 9th and 11th. I'd love to see Albon catch up and get to 10th, and then we get a 9th and 10th finish. That'd be nice. That way at least we keep the momentum going, get points on the board, you know? Albon, I'm gonna push. He can catch up. Joe, I might be able to do it on the last, 3 laps. Even then. Ooh, Albon with the fastest lap, though. We'll take a fastest lap. And Joe spun. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make up the ground. You piece of crap. Is Albon going to be able to pass Bottas? Possibly. Could he pass Perez? Could be close down the stretch. I'll keep him on attack. I know his tires are getting worn out, but it's the last lap. And if he can finish 7th, that'd be awesome. Ah, he dropped to 8 just at the very end. Dang it. Piece of crap. What a terrible race. 8th and 11th? That's not what we need. We need better results than that. We deserve better. We here at Williams Racing have very high expectations now that we've won one singular race. We expect our guys to finish on top every single time. Yeah, not a good race. He dropped 1 spot, he dropped 3 spots. At least Albon got the fastest lap, though. It means our car's fast. 5 points. Yep, still sitting comfortably in 4th. We'll see if we're going to be able to compete for top 3 next season. That's kind of the real, like, crux of this is we kind of know where we are for the rest of the season. So I'm trying to just breeze through it almost. And then next season, we got to see where we can come out, you know? Albon can upgrade. Let's upgrade his defending a little bit. ATR period starts today. I mean, we're not going to be able to get more car parts before the end of the year, so it's just going to be research projects. So, underfloor is complete. Let's do a little manufacturing of those. We'll do normal on those because the next Grand Prix is in 2 days, and we're not going to be able to have it ready before then. So, but let's do another research project, shall we? Let's do an underfloor. I know it's going to take a while, but if we put enough hours into it, I think it's worth doing a lot into it. Dang, it's still not going to be finished in time? Really? I don't think that matters with how many hours I put into it, right? Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. Dang it. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to do an underfloor. Let's do a suspension then. And we'll put a good amount into it. I still don't know what this does. I just do it because the game tells me to do it. I don't even know if it affects it in any which way whatsoever. Chassis manufactured. We've already got those installed. We're just cruising along. Carlos Sainz, George Russell. I don't even know why I scouted those guys. I don't think they want to come here. Do they? Nope, no one's interested. Literally nobody. It's fine. We got Zhou and Albon for another year. And by that point, we'll be good enough to where we could go get real drivers. I shouldn't say that about Albon. Albon's my guy, you know? Albon hasn't really done me any wrong. Zhou, on the other hand, has been a huge disappointment. I thought he was going to be much better than he has been. 57, 64. $65, 61. We'll put that one on. ERS. Gearbox. Probably still going to be that one as the best, but it doesn't really matter for qualifying. Well, it matters for qualifying. It doesn't matter for practice, though. Might be as good as I can do there. Looks good. Ooh, not great practice. Car part setup. Braking stability, bad. Well, let's change that. Traction, bad. Well, let's change that. There's someone right outside my door. They're gonna Go get me. That's the only problem with having this room downstairs for streaming, is I hear everyone who comes downstairs. And I know exactly what they're doing when they come downstairs. And they better watch their ass. 85% confidence, that's good. 80% confidence, that's also good enough. Simulate the last practice. Let's get into some qualifying, shall we? All right, it's time to turn this heater off. I love having the heater on, but at the same time, ooh, Albon did not qualify well. That's a little disappointing. I wish there was like a heater that was just for your legs. Like, what if you could just put, I guess there is such a thing, it's just called heating pads. I was just going to say, what if you could just put pads of heat around your legs? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's literally just a heating pad. Well, I'm stupid. Moving on. Let's get to the race. It's time to drive. Drive to thrive. Or survive to drive. What's the name of the show? Drive to Survive. That's what it is. Actually, I don't even know if that's what it is. But hey, I sounded confident while I was saying it. And if you sound confident while saying anything, you're probably right. This strategy's faster. Well, we'll put Albon on that then. Actually, no, we'll put Zhou on the faster strategy because he is qualified better. That makes a lot of sense to me, you know? Albon will still be able to push a good bit, so I'm not worried about that. But like Zhou will be able to go on aggressive basically the entire race, so let's let the boys run. Also, I need to find a new place to put this light. I have like one of those, it's supposed to be like flashing lights things that give you more light for your stream. I have one of those up here. It was like a $25 one from IKEA. So it's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's not terrible. But like, it should be better. And I feel like because I have it from so high up, it's not like it's getting me at almost a weird angle. But I don't know where else I would put it. I guess I could just like set it up in the corner of my desk here. I have no clue. I need an interior designer. Ooh, a crash. Are we getting safety car? We are getting safety car. And it is super early, but I don't think anyone's going to pit, so I'm ignoring it. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty boring to have a crash so early. Like, it could happen at so much, like, such a more interesting time, you know? Like, if that would have happened in, like, 10 laps, that would have been significantly more interesting. Speaking of which, we're going to push Zhou already. Albon, we still got a little bit till we can push him, so. Albon, we can probably push with, like, 5 laps left. Zhou I should watch out for, though, because I don't want him to... I don't want his tires to, like, rapidly decline like they did last race. You know? Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, Joe will be fine with attack the rest of the way. Ooh, Albon, we can probably start pushing, actually. I feel comfortable with that. Joe, I'm going to leave him on attack till he pits. And then I'm probably just going to leave him on attack after that because he's going on hard, which will last forever, even on attack. So I'm okay with that. It works in my mindset. Joe pits for the first time, comes out in 12th. Albon is about to pit soon. Actually, Joe, I don't think I should put on attack right away. I'll put him on standard, and I'll attack him with like 20 laps left or something. Albon, I'll switch to standard like right before he pits because we won't want him on attack when he pits to the hard. That would be a bad strategy. And I'm a master strategist. Standard. Okay, he's about to pit. Albon drops down to 11th, but he doesn't have to pit again for the rest of the race. So we'll see how much we can push him on the hard near the end of the race. Joe, I could probably start pushing already. This track seems pretty forgiving. Oh, we've had an accident. Are we getting a safety car? Virtual safety car. Then that's fine. Keep driving then. Virtual safety car is ending. I don't know how I feel about this strategy of pitting Joe twice. I don't think it was the right idea. Plus he just locked up, which doesn't make things any better. It actually makes things worse. And he ran wide. He's having himself a stinker of a race. Boom, 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 boom. Do you guys ever do that? Just listen to music and just make noises that like semi go along with the music? And again, to be fair, the noises that I just made didn't really go along with it at all. They were just noises, just to be noises, honestly. Oh, we've had a crash. Uh-oh. Are we getting a safety car on this one? Doesn't look like we're getting a safety car, but there is a yellow flag. Okay. Yellow flag doesn't really mean anything for us, so let's just keep going. Joe, we're still going to pit on schedule, which is right now. Put him on those mediums. I meant to put him on standard. I don't want him on attack right out of the gate. I don't know if his tires will hold up that long. They might. No, put him on standard for like a lap or two. This is a mic. This is also a mic. I got dual mics. This is how we record the Deadbolt Media thing of the day. I plug this into my phone and then it records. Okay, this is a multiple car crash. Are we getting a safety car for this one? Still no safety car. Interesting. Okay, well, let's race. Okay, time for Zhou to go attack. Albon, I'm going to attack with 8 laps left or so. I don't really know. We'll see. I don't think our boys are going to be able to make up like anything huge when it comes to gaps. Maybe get up to 5, 6, maybe. I don't really know. I might have actually sent Zhou too early. I think we're good though. Let the boys run their race. We've given them the instructions, and now they go. Yeah, their tires will be fine. I think I'll be okay. 7th and 9th ain't a bad result. Nothing really phenomenal happened on this race. The one pit was definitely the right strategy with Albon, though. 7th and 8th now. All right, 7th and 8th. We'll take it. Points is points is points. That's all that matters. As long as we keep getting points and the people behind us don't get an absurd amount of points, we are happy. Albon with another 6 points. Albon's the highest scoring racer outside of the Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes people. Yep, still got 10 points. Created a little bit more of a gap between us and Alpine. Ferrari's going to win the championship, though. Good for them. Zhou has been a pretty massive disappointment, honestly. I brought Zhou in to be our number 1 guy. And Albon has destroyed him at basically every possible opportunity. I think it's because of these stats. These stats aren't great. I'm going to upgrade those. Any staff upgrades? We could do this one. I know we're exceeding expectations. You don't have to mock me. We're in 4th place. We're Williams Racing and we're sitting in 4th place. You gotta be kidding me. Boardroom, poor condition. Well, I'm bored of this room, so. See what I did there? Creative, right? Come on, that was funny. You guys know it. All right, we got our newest underfloor. We did 6 new underfloors this season, which is insane. That's like all we upgraded was our underfloors. That's absurd. Dang, we still have 2 more races left. Shit, I thought this was the last race. God damn it. Okay, well, let's get another race in. Really excited for this one. Thought it was the last. I'm just ready to get to the next season, man. 57, 59. 59 is better than 57. Gearbox, you're at 64. You're at 62. Ooh. It's a close one. 60, 61. It's a pretty big gap. See, I think I'd rather spend the money and take 2 penalties throughout the season. Because I don't think the penalties really hurt you all that much. And you just got to take them at the right time. Like, if I ever just have a really terrible qualifying, I think you just take the penalty. Because, like, it's not that hard to move up from 20th to 10th in this game. You know? And so if you qualify outside of the top 10, you might as well just take the penalty. And you might as well do that 2 times in the season. That way you can get all your equipment. Yes, you're spending more money that way, but who cares? I think I've mastered this game. I think I'm like a guru at F1 Manager. Even though it's probably the easiest game to play. Let's see how the new car performs with the new underfloor, you know? 8th and 13th. Awesome. Bum, 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 bum. Oversteer, bad. Fix. Cornering is also bad. This needs to be a little bit closer. Yeah, something like that. That looks pretty good, actually. 37% confidence. Yikes. Well, first, let's move this all the way down. Then let's move this like all the way down that way. Then let's move this a little bit closer, something like that. And now we gotta somehow bring this back to its center without disrupting anything major. Sure. That was confusing. Every time I have to do one of those, it feels like I'm playing a game of Jenga. Okay, well, it worked out pretty decently, so. Also, I'm putting up my leg here because it's cramping just sitting here. I worked out legs today. I'm fucking tired. No one say shit, okay? Let's give Nick a break for a day, okay? Nick's been through a lot, you know? Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, dude, I've been exhausted. Last week, the reason I didn't really stream all that much was because I got sick. And then the sickness led to just me being tired because I was having stomach issues, so. But we're back. I'm feeling better. So, no more complaining, you know? I'm here to stream. I'm here to stream for you guys. And then I'm here to take those stream videos and upload them to YouTube without any editing whatsoever. Because that's how Northern Lion does it. I used to be worried about people seeing me smoke on stream, and then I stopped caring. It's either that or Zen, and I'd rather just do that. Are those guys pitting at the same time? No. Zhou is a lap later. Okay, that's fine then. Start race. I adjusted the car part, so we're good on that front. It's time for another race. And then we'll do one more after that, and that'll be the end of the season. And then we get into the real fun, seeing how I can do next year. See if I can improve on 4th place. See if I can join the Mercedes and Ferraris of the world. I doubt it, but we'll find out. I mean, we compete right now every time out. We're always in the top 10. We're always getting points at this point, right? So it's just a matter of how that translates into next season, which I'm excited about. Okay, these tires aren't going to be able to last all that long. Albon maybe a little bit sooner. I'll pit Albon with, or I'll go on attack with Albon with 7 laps. Leclerc is absolutely murdering us right now. That dude is boat racing us. Okay, let's push Albon here. Zhou's at 7 laps. He could probably push with 5 till the pit window. Okay, let's push him. He's up to 4th. If he could get a podium, that'd be sick. I think everyone's strategies in this race are fairly similar, though, so we'll have to see how it really turns out, you know? Okay, so Albon needs to go back on standard. Zhou probably needs to go back on standard, too. Those medium tires wear out very quickly on these types of tracks. We saw it on the last one, too. Both racers are in their pit windows. Their tires will be fine up until the time that they pit, so we're happy there. Pit time for Albon. He's going on the hard for a little bit. Zhou will be going on the other mediums for a little bit. Looks good, looks good. Zhou pits, comes out in 9th. That's fine. Albon's in 11th, which isn't great, but Albon's hards will be a little bit rough towards the end. We could probably start pushing him with like 11 laps left. Zhou just got a new fastest lap, which is crazy because he's not even on attack yet. Zhou, we could probably push with like 5 laps left or something, so. Zhou with 5, Albon with 7. We'll say that. 7 seems like a good number for Albon. Ooh, multiple cars crashed. Are we getting a safety car? No safety car. Okay, that's fine. Dude, Leclerc is literally leaps and bounds ahead of everyone. He's 15 seconds up on 2nd place. Jesus. He's a menace. I need whatever Ferrari's got, man. These guys are good. Zhou, we could probably push now. Albon. We could probably push him with 10 laps. We'll just monitor it. Yeah, Zhou's mediums wear out so fast when you put him on attack on this track. So let's bring him back down to standard because he has to pit soon. Albon, same thing, actually. Even his hards are going to wear out before the pit window. Yeah, they're overheating. See what I said? I told y'all. I know what I'm doing. Don't even dare doubt me. Okay, tires are worn, so let's get them on those hards. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to push Albon again. Zhou's in the pits. He's on the medium, or he's on the hards. We'll be able to push him a good amount, probably with like 10 laps left. Albon on the mediums. We'll have to see what he can do because I'm actually not sure. Oh, pit time, pit time. I almost missed it. All right, 20 laps left. Albon's going to have to make up some ground here. I don't know if anyone else is going to pit the rest of this race. Albon, we could probably push with 5 laps left or so. Zhou, probably 6, 7 maybe. I don't know. We'll have to keep a close eye on it. Zhou's having a good race, though. Battling 5th with Verstappen. We like to see that. Albon's making a little bit of a move. We'll see how he can end up. We've got 10 laps left. I don't want to push anyone quite yet because these tires run out so quick. We're going to push Zhou now. Albon, I think we still need to wait a little bit more. All right, go for it, Albon. Attack! Charge! Yeah, we only got 1 lap left, so their tires will be fine. Zhou's looking like a comfortable 5th, and Albon's looking like a comfortable 7th here. Tires are severely overheating. That's fine. I don't care. The race is almost done. Just get across the finish line. That's all that matters. Good work. 5th and 7th, we'll take that. We'll take that any day of the week. Oh, exactly where we qualified, too. Nice. Good work, boys. Our cars weren't super fast today on the best time, though. Interesting. Ooh, Zhou moved up a spot. I wouldn't mind seeing both of our guys get those 2 spots, but Alonso just got 12 points, so that's going to make that hard. Hey, Albon's got 1 win, 3 podiums, 1 fastest lap. Zhou's got 1 podium and 4 fastest laps. We'll take that all day. And we still have just as many points as Alpine. Oh, we gained 16 points on Mercedes. So now we're only 200 plus points behind. It's showing you the disparity that we have to overcome next season. Let's upgrade Albon's cornering. That feels very important in F1. I'm still upgrading Duhan's smoothness because it's just absolutely dog shit. Head of aerodynamics. See, I don't understand these, so I just upgrade like all of them evenly. But also at this point, I don't care about these guys. I just want their contracts to end so I can go get new and better people. Which some of their contracts end next season, so that'll be good. All right, 4 days to the final race. Manufacturing of the underfloors is complete. I already have those installed, so that's no problem whatsoever. Are they going to go play pickleball? How dare they? Assholes. They didn't even ask me. I hate it when your roommates don't even care about you, you know? Which in this situation is just not the case at all, actually. It's actually how much they care about me. They know I need to stream, so they're letting me stream. Honestly, with the car parts, what I have on, that'll be good enough till the end of this race, so... even through practice and qualifying and shit, so At this point, we're okay with it. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I might need to start doing on these is stop looking at just the single line that like mainly affects the ones that I'm changing, but look at the entire picture of it. Look at what changes to where and how that affects the car part or the car setup, you know? I'm getting too laser focused on the single thing that I need to be looking at, when in reality there's so much more. There's so much more to it. Oh, Jesus Christ, we qualified 15th and 16th. Ugh. Are we washed? This isn't a good sign going into next year. Everyone else has gotten significantly better than us. And we're left to rot. Okay, that's pretty decent. Traction is bad, so let's change that. And then let's adjust some of the other stuff. Bring everything just closer together. Perfect. I don't mind that at all. Hopefully we can have a better practice session. 12th and 15th. Yikes. We're getting outscaled. We are getting outscaled by everyone else. Or everyone else was just sandbagging the last couple of races because they knew they were out of it. And now they're like, all right, let's show them what we got going into next year. It's an intimidation tactic. And it's working. Oversteer is still bad. So we need to adjust that, but also fix everything else back to great. That's probably going to be about as good as I could do. Hopefully that works out for him pretty well. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm not excited about next season anymore. I'm scared. Everyone was sandbagging. No. Dude, they just wanted me to feel good about myself for this year. Next year, we're going to finish 9th again, aren't we? Well, hey, if none of our boys are in the money to finish well, I'm taking them. There's no shot I'm letting them get to 12th and get their money. We're back to this again. Honestly, this race doesn't really matter all that much. Let's just race. Let's make sure both of our guys don't get 12th. Let's just call it a season. Okay? Alpine's not catching us. We're fine. Let's just go into next year all happy and giddy, okay? Joe's in 12th right now. He will not be finishing 12th. I can guarantee you that right now. I will tank that dude so far. Plus, apparently our cars aren't even good enough to compete, so... Maybe there's something about, like, the track just doesn't benefit our car or something. There might be something behind that aspect of things, too. Getting a bunch of notifications right now. Most of them being about the Ranger score. They are currently tied 1-1. I know that's a very important update for you guys, so... I feel like I had a story to share, but I don't remember what it was. So, good story. Here's the thing, man. I don't even stream to actually stream. I just stream to get content for YouTube. And even then, it's like the content that I'm getting for YouTube is just me playing F1 Manager on stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you're enjoying it. Because honestly, if you're watching it on YouTube, there's no point in turning into the stream. Because I literally just clip exactly what I do here, and I post it straight to YouTube as a YouTube video, so. There's not very much thought that goes into it. It's literally just stream and clip and post to YouTube. The boys are actually having a decent race. Then again, Albon needs to pit again. Joe's in 14th, but everyone else around him will pit again. But then again, I'm so tired. He's on the hard, which will wear out pretty quickly. So I am a little worried about him on that front. But, ooh, a competitor crash. A red flag. Wow, that changes things. That changes things significantly. Okay. Well, we don't have another hard set of tires to put Joe on. Mediums will last about 31 laps. There's about 28 left in the race. I think we have to do that then. That makes the most sense to me. Same thing with Albon. We just put him on mediums. We don't stretch him too much and we let him race. See how it turns out. I think other people are going to follow this basically same strategy. So I guess if Albon can stay in 6th, that's a pretty good result for us, considering I didn't really care about this race. Oh, these tires are not going to last. Which means that other people probably went to soft or hard. Oh no, they all went to medium. It's just a matter of if they'll pit or not. Yeah, everyone went to medium. I wonder if everyone is going to try and make the mediums last till the end, or whether they're going to push on them and then pit. That'll be the interesting part of this race, because I'm not pitting. I don't care if our tires explode. I'm not pitting. I'll take the loss at that point. We've had another crash. Okay, well maybe if we're getting a safety car, we have to pit. We are getting a safety car. Yeah, I mean, if we're getting a safety car, we have to pit him. Put him on the soft. I mean, we have to. Like, it's the only right decision in this situation. And I know, yes, we're pitting both of our guys, but it's the only right decision. If a safety car is coming out and we're worried about our tires, then let's pit them. Except for now, we're down to 14th and 18th. Nobody else pitted. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to let the race start. We're going to see how well our boys can do now that they're both on soft. See if they can make up any ground. Maybe push them towards the very end if we can. I don't know if we will be able to, though. But I also don't know if it'll even matter. The softs might not be able to make up like enough ground for us. I don't know. Especially Zhou being in 17th. Yeah, I don't think that was the best strategy. I shouldn't have pitted. I brought Albon down from 6th to 11th. That was not the right strategy. There's no way Albon's going to be able to make up that gap just being on the soft, and I'm not going to be able to push him enough. Terrible idea. Terrible managing. It's on me, guys. It's on me. I take full accountability for the loss here. I tried to micromanage, and it did not work. So now the question becomes, is Albon going to be able to get 10th and get points? Oh, Ricardo pitted. No, there's no... They're actually pitting. I didn't think there was any chance that these guys were actually going to pit. Oh, there's another crash. No safety car, please. No safety car. Are other people going to pit? Are their tires lasting? Maybe we did make a good strategy, because it doesn't seem like other people's tires are lasting. Then again, Zhou is getting hounded by Perez and Sainz. Yeah, I don't know why those guys pitted. That is shocking. Well, 6th and 8th. We'll take that. We'll take that all day. But if I didn't pit Albon and I left him on the mediums, and he would have been able to last the entire race, he would have done even better. But hey, we'll take that all day. Dude, McLaren just got a shit ton of points. So did Alpine, actually. This was a weird race. Hopefully it didn't really affect anything. Oh, of course Zhou got bumped from 9th in the last race of the year. Yeah, Alpine got 25 points that race. Jesus. Well, that became a little scary. But we're fine. We held on to 4th. We finished 4th on the season. We're happy with that finish. It was a very good and successful year. And we'll see where it takes us from there. Ugh.